And I think some of the ways that I handled things were new. For example, if a female student came up and said, I mean a student that was in my class, and said, or not email, but called me and said, my baby's sick, so I'm going to miss class, or my baby's sick, what do I do? And I would tell them, well, you know, if your baby's crying, you have to go outside, but if your baby is quiet and sleeping, just sit in the back of the room, lay him on a blanket, you know, and no problem. And that was really totally new. It was totally new. This was in the early 80s. And sometimes if the baby was loud, you know, they would sit just outside the door and the baby would be like just around the corner laying on the blanket. And so you couldn't see the baby, but the person, the mother, would be sitting there in the doorway taking notes, effectively attending class. And I really do believe in this, where there's a will, there's a way. You know, if you want to solve the problem, I think that you can. You know, you just have to sort of get creative and find out what parameters you have to work within, and then you know, normally there's a way to make do with it.
Did you have any sense at the time that what you were doing might have been seen as kind of radical? You know, telling a young mother who was your student that yes, it's perfectly fine for you to bring your baby to class as long as they're not crying. You know, was there any concern that you had that maybe...
I didn't have a concern. I mean, I look back now and I realize maybe it was, but I mean, to me it just seems sort of inhumane to tell people no, you know. I mean, well, I didn't feel like there was another choice, you know. I maybe some of this I'm going back to the influence from my stepfather. This thinking of people, trying to see other people, empathize, you know, caring. So I think some of that is in there, you know, going a little out of your way to help others.